It's number 4 on Patreon, week 17. You say Sophie Lou, Joe?
Sophie Lou.
Sophie Lou got
beloved Patreon.
Beloved. And finally
no one's loved, Mike.
I love it.
Beloved.
I love it.
I love it.
The Cure, finally on our channel.
I know.
Robert Smith be rolling in his grave if he knew that it took us 40 years.
If he was dead.
If he was dead, he'd be rolling in his
But he is not. He's not.
Coffin.
He's alive.
Yep. Wow, Joe. Joe,
Wait, I have a question. Are there no choruses in this song?
Dunno.
I was listening to the song. I was like, all right. After we usually pause after the first or second chorus, and I was just like,
was the you?
Yeah, it sounds like a pre-chorus though. It doesn't feel like a chorus.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be or couldn't be. It doesn't matter. I just never really noticed. I've heard the song a million times and never noticed how this song doesn't.
Joe, it's
have
got
a defined chorus.
It's got all the parts you want. I love how the song just starts and every layer gets its moment to join in the fun. It's like bass and drums, rhythm guitar. Also, Joe, before we move on,
I know we have to talk about this kit.
This is Joe's dream drum kit. The only crash cymbal in it is the China crash.
Yeah.
No other crash cymbals. Not even a ride cymbal.
I know, and a ride cymbal would really make sense in this song.
But there's none.
There's hi-hat. It's all hi-hat. And the hi-hat is on the right side, but the drummer is a right-handed drummer.
Correct. And it looks like the hi-hat is also behind the floor tom.
Yes, and also the one other tom is super high. Too. It's like no. Physically,
I see.
I mean, this guy's drum kit setup is wild. It breaks all norms.
Could you blame the Cure? I mean, they.
When I expect to put this guy behind a normal kit? No. Come on, it's the Cure. They do everything different.
That's why no one sounds like the Cure.
Man,
no one sings like Robert Smith. And but man, there's this beautiful contrast of like they wear completely black clothing. They got the big like
teased hair.
Robert Smith at least has the makeup on, and he sings in kind of like this, I don't want to call it vampiric, but it's like this like hurt, tortured soul kind of way.
Definitely.
But the music and the melodies are so colorful.
I know.
It's an amazing contrast of like just different energy, just all flowing in a really nice way, not like a weird like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. In a way, it was just like, holy shit, how do they make this work?
Man, I do have to say, them and I'll give credit to Flock of Seagulls as well.
With the teased hair.
No,
what?
With the
the guitars.
With the guitars,
yeah,
like the world gained more color. You know, it's like the world was in black and white before these guitars were played for the first time.
I mean, what I'll say about The Cure and the difference between them, the Flock of Seagulls and The Cure, is I feel like The Cure's guitar parts are always clean with like a lot of chorus effect, maybe a phaser effect. I don't know what they use. But the Flock of Seagulls started doing distortion and a lot of delay.
Mm-hmm. But this guitar,
it's like
clean, reverberated guitar.
Yeah, with probably a little bit of delay on it.
Yeah, and delay.
It's like a bouquet of flowers flying through the air. It's
like I said, like I feel like we were living our lives with our heads in the sand before that came out. What were we doing? Change the world.
Bunch of freaking, what are those, emus or ostriches? Who's the one they stick their head in the sand?
I don't know, but yeah,
that was us.
That was us. I mean, it's just so great. It is such a nice feeling.
Such a nice feeling, and they all fit their aesthetic is wonderful too. Like every generation, there's going to be like those alt indie kids who just like gravitate towards The Cure because, man, they just nailed it.
I know.
They look cool. Their music is cool. And it's really good too, you know?
And there's no other Cure.
No.
Like, it's not like they were very successful, but it's not like they set in motion this like massive trend.
I'm sure in the underground scenes, there were tons of bands trying to be The Cure.
Yeah, but wasn't.
None of them broke into the mainstream.
At least as far as I know.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things, one of the more, this might sound insane, one of the more popular bands that I directly connect to The Cure more so than almost any band is like Angels and Airwaves. And how into like that delayed car, that just the feeling of what The Cure's music made you feel like. It felt like that was Tom DeLonge's version of recreating. I know he loved The Cure too. Yeah. And what's his name? Robert Smith sang on a Blink-182 song.
Yeah. And he loves Flock of Seagulls. I think that it sounds even more like Flock of Seagulls.
I agree. It does. But it's just funny to hear like,
look at this guy. That's awesome.
Like, it's just amazing how I feel like this was so amazing. I'm shocked that there wasn't just so many. Maybe they were and they just weren't getting it. I don't know, but like more record producers trying to recreate what The Cure was doing.
I'm sure they took sounds here and there, but like, who's gonna come out and try to sing like Robert Smith and pretend like they're not singing like Robert Smith?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That I'm in love with you, soft and only you, lost and lonely you, strangers, angels, dancing in the deepest oceans, twisting in the water. You're just like a dream, you're just like a dream. Lift me into shape. I must have been asleep for days. Your moving lips to breathe her name. I opened up my eyes.
such a good song.
And the visuals were just really nice. It made perfect sense with the song. It's just like, could you on these cliffs?
Could you argue that like Tears for Fears are kind of in that similar-ish vein? Like these with some of their songs?
Yeah, kind of like with the British thing.
I mean, everybody runs through
80s British music.
Yeah, I guess it could just be seen as that, but I feel like no one did it quite like The Cure.
Oh, the Smiths? Do people loop the Smiths in with it? We're seeing some. Duran Duran.
Yeah.
What makes this song great?
I don't know. Listen to it. I mean, yeah, you can go into and really dissect it, but sometimes the song is like, oh, that's great because it is.
Yeah.
Who needs to explain it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can dissect stuff, but you're never gonna. You just got to tap into whatever you're feeling in the moment.
You know what's amazing is what makes a song great. That idea and explaining why a song is so great. Yeah, like you said, you can dissect and everything, but why it's great to a specific person is always going to be way more personal.
Oh yeah,
especially like why is a song great? If you're just dissecting songs, sometimes I feel like you're missing the reason of why music is so wonderful. Mm-hmm. Because you're trying to dissect it in a way that everyone understands why it's great, but at a certain point, who cares? You think it's great. It's yours.
Yeah.
Music, and that's why like fandoms get so intense, because art and especially music becomes that person's. Like it's their experiences. It's the soundtracks of their lives. They connect their experiences, their moments that they experience, all with this music around them.
They like completely identify with it.
Exactly, and that's also. I mean,
that's why people gatekeep. And that's like, this is mine. Yeah. No one else can have this. This is special to me. This is only me. Yeah. And it's like, no, that's not how art works. But I understand that you are so deeply identified with it. That's
why people come at us sometimes for genres, and like discussing genres is always so contentious, because people don't view, like if you say it a genre where that's not the way that they always viewed it, then it makes them really upset, because once again, this is very personal to them. Yeah. Like if they found out that in fact they were listening to that type of music their whole life.
Well, it starts to, it confronts how they view reality. Yeah. It confronts their confirmed reality within themselves. And it's like, wait, you're saying that I don't know what I'm talking about?
It can trivialize the music for them too.
Yeah. Yeah, people are very sensitive.
But but as I was kind of stating, it's important to have both. It's important to experience music at a deeply personal level, and it's important to experience. It's also important to remember that you're not the only one experiencing music.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not the only one. There's a lot of billions of people out there experiencing music.
It is a beautiful thing when something becomes so close to someone and meaningful, like a song. And I think The Cure is a good example. Is like someone could love The Cure so much, and there's probably, especially back in the 80s and 90s, there's probably a lot of Cure gatekeepers. It's like, oh no, they're too popular now, man. They're in the mainstream. Oh, this sucks. Like how often do you hear this? I listened to The Cure before they were famous, or like I listened to this band before anyone knew who they were about. It's like, that's just by chance. Yeah. You know, that's not lucky. Because you're special. The music is special, and that's why you feel like you need to protect it in this way. But man, it's just like, so what? Someone heard a song a year later and they loved it just as much as you.
Yeah.
You both love it.
You know
That's
what?
all that means.
How's about this? You want to be the first person. You want to listen to a song before everyone else. Write your own song.
Well, that was my final point to all of this. Was it is very interesting when people identify so closely and gatekeep things that they had no part in making and creating and bringing to the real world. You know, like. It's the same goes with clothes.
Oh yeah,
it's like people are wearing these clothes, and they think they're cool or fashionable or whatever, and they think it shows, like, expresses themselves, and it does to some degree. But it's like, you didn't come up with these ideas. Like a creative artist made these ideas and you're just wearing their ideas. You know, it is kind of like, you do have to recognize like,
and clothes actually has
how detached you are from other people's creations.
Clothes give you actually a little bit more, because maybe you're the one matching certain clothes with other clothes. Like at least it gives you something. If you're just listening to a song, like you just the creative idea you put into it was playing it.
Yeah. But okay, to be fair, some
Then you're
people,
a DJ.
this is probably more true of the 70s, 80s, 90s eras. You could be a local DJ or a local just kind of like influencer. There were cool people back in small towns or cities, and you'd be like, oh, I want everyone to tonight at this bar, I'm the bartender, I'm going to put on this record because I want this music to shape my community.
Yeah.
You know, so in certain ways you do use other people's art to influence.
But then still gatekeeping it is still not. It's still, it does, there's no space for it. It's just silly.
Anyway, The Cure is
Amazing.
that type of group because they are so special, because they are so unique and singular that people want to protect it and be like, it's sacred to people.
They're so good though.
Yeah, they're wonderful. All right, well, I think we've said it all. Time to move on.